Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, in this session I'm taking some more problems from reasoning section. I got some questions from some students, so I'm taking all these questions, and once again a suggestion, just try the questions on your own before you go through the explanation. Okay, so let's take the first set. We have the problem based on arrangement. So here's the first question. 5 friends, Amit, Betty, Kathy, Denny and Earl each play one of the 5 games: football, badminton, table tennis, this. Also each one of them likes to eat one of the food, different type of food given over here. Football, table tennis and softball are ball games, and table tennis and carom are indoor games. Okay, then we have been given some conditions over there, some clues over there, not conditions but some clues over there. So we have to find out the correct relationship between the person, game and his favorite food. Okay, so let's try this one. Now first what I do, I just make a table over here where I put up name of the person, then the game he plays and food he eats, right? And there are some conditions which are negative, so I just put up some negatives over here, right? Okay, now whatever is information given us over here, that we will include in this table. The first one is Amit does not like South Indian and Mughlai food and plays a ball game. So suppose I write Amit over here. Okay, I'm not getting much information. I just try with this one. Earl has Chinese food and plays a softball. Okay, so Earl. Generally what we should do, we should just write down the short names, right? Chinese food, so Chinese, and then game is softball. So this is done. Next, Kathy hates Mughlai food and plays an indoor ball game. Okay, so Kathy, I just write Kathy, she doesn't eat Mughlai, so I just put Mughlai in negatives. Okay, then she plays an indoor ball game, so we have ball games: football, table tennis and softball. Softball is already occupied by Earl, and then we are left with football and table tennis, but she is playing indoor game, so it should be table tennis, so I just write TT. Okay, so negative I have mentioned over here, and the remaining information. So this is done. Betty and Denny do not play ball games and one of them likes Italian food. Okay, so I just write the name of both the persons, Betty and Denny. Okay, apart from that I have Amit also, so I just write the information about Amit. Does not like South Indian, so Amit negative South Indian, and Amit does not like South Indian and Mughlai also, so it's negative Mughlai, and plays a ball game. Okay, softball TT, that means it should be football. Right, now we are left with 2 games, that is carom and badminton, right? So we don't have any information for Betty and Denny, so I just write carom oblique badminton and carom oblique badminton. Okay, now here Chinese is covered, Mughlai cannot be here, Mughlai cannot be here, so one of them should be eating Mughlai, and one of them likes Italian, but we don't know who likes Mughlai and who likes Italian. So this is like this. Now South Indian cannot be here, so South Indian must be here. That means the remaining food, that is Gujarati, must be here. Okay, so now the table is complete. We can answer all the questions. Now who play table tennis? Who play table tennis? That is Kathy. Amit's favorite food and game are respectively Amit football and Gujarati. So Gujarati and football. Who likes Italian food? Italian food. Okay, Betty or Denny. So cannot be determined. Which of the following cannot be a possible combination? Earl Chinese football. Earl Chinese football. That's right. Betty Italian carom. Betty Italian carom. We cannot be so sure of this because we have two options for games for Betty, that is carom and badminton, and two options for food, Mughlai and Italian. So we are not sure. So this one is the correct answer. No need to check further, right? So pretty simple. All the 5 questions can be done in very short span of time. Okay. Now 5 questions from Venn diagrams. The Venn diagram shown depicts the attributes exhibited by a sample population. The figures shown inside the diagram refer to the only region. Okay, fine. So there are 4 circles over here. Now you should be very much clear with the basic concepts of Venn diagram over here, right? Now certain area, see this, suppose I take example of this. This portion is only MBAs, right? This portion, this particular portion is shared between MBA and Indians. That means 31 people are exactly only MBA and Indian, or we can say Indian MBAs, right? Similarly, if we talk about this 23, so this 23 is coming under 3 circles, that is smokers, Indians, and MBAs. That means we can say there are exactly 23 persons who are Indians, MBAs, and they smoke. Okay, now this 15, it is coming under 4 circles, right? So some MBAs are poets also, smokers also, and they are from India, right? So this is how we can get the information from this Venn diagram. Now once we are clear how to read this Venn diagram, we can answer all these questions very easily. Now we take the first question. Number of Indians who were neither MBA nor poet nor smokers. That means we have to see in all there are 4 things: MBA, poet, smoker, and Indian, right? We don't want MBA, we don't want poet, we don't want smoker, right? We only want Indians. So what we have to see in this circle, this is a circle of Indian, the total number of Indians are 145, right? We want only Indian, exactly one qualification, that is Indian. That means value of this part. Now this entire circle is 145, right? So from 145, if we deduct all this 6 data, then we'll be able to get the value of this portion, the remaining portion. Okay. So this is 23 and 17, 40, 40 and 50, 90, 90 and 20, that is 110, 110 and 15, 125 and 126. So we nededuct this, so we'll be getting 19. Okay, so that's pretty simple. So only Indian, neither MBA nor poets nor smokers. So only the remaining part of this circle which is not occupied by any of these, right? So the answer is 19. Total number of people having exactly 2 attributes. That means we have to find out the total value where the data is shared between exactly 2 circles. So I can take this 31, that is shared between MBAs and Indians, exactly 2 circles. Similarly this and this. So these are exactly 2. So this is 50, 60, 70 and 79. Simple. Number of Indian MBAs is, okay. Now what? We have to find out the area shared between Indian and MBA. So this is MBA and this is Indian. So you can very well see this area is shared between Indian and MBA. Okay, so further this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 5, 8 and so it must be 90, right? 10, so 8 and 1, 9, so it's 90. Pretty simple. Number of Indian MBAs. Okay, so the area shared between MBA and Indian. Okay, if it is asked number of the persons who are exactly have two attributes, Indian and MBA, then we have to take this one, right? Here Indian MBAs, that means we should not neglect smokers and poets. Okay, we have to take them into consideration also, because there are two different questions, number of Indian MBAs and number of persons who are only Indian MBAs. That means they do not have any other attribute, that is poet or smoker, right? So in the other case the answer will be 31, in this case the answer is 90. Okay, now number of people surveyed is, that is the total of all these 4 circles, right? So for that we can add up all these data, and apart from that we need to find out the value of this blank spaces as well, right? So see this total of number of Indians who were neither MBA, that we have already calculated, so it must be 19. Similarly, the total of this circle is 129. So first of all we will find the total of the circle and the remaining data will be this, right? So this 23, 17, that is 40, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 80 plus then 9 and 5, 14, 14 and 6, 20 and 22. So 80 plus 22 and so that's 102, and the total is 129. That means this data should be 27. Okay. Similarly, the total of this should be 120. Okay. So 70 plus 10 and 5, 15 and 9, 24, 26 and 6, 32. So 702. So that must be 18. Okay. And then the total of this circle must be 133. So 31 and 19, 50, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 and 110 plus 125. 125, that means this must be 8. Now just have to add up all these numbers. So it's 50 and this is 40. 40 and then 40, 80, 50 and 40, 90, 90 and 40, 130, then again 30, so we have 160, then we have 200, then we have some 8, 15, 16 and 19. So according to options it should not be more than 245, because we have already calculated 200 and the remaining data is not that much that it will go to 427. So our answer must be 245. Okay, number of people having exactly 2 attributes exceed those having exactly 3 attributes by. Okay, so exactly 2, that means exactly 2 is 31, 19, 12 and 17. So this is 50 and 60, 70, 79. And then exactly 3. So exactly 3, that means they should be occupied, they should be in 3 circles. So that is this, this, this and this. Okay. So further it is 40, 50, 60, 70 and 79. So it's 0. Okay. So I hope all the 5 questions are clear. Only this single question is involving bit of calculation. Otherwise the remaining question you just have to see the Venn diagram and answer, right? So all the 5 questions can be done very easily in 3.5 minutes. I hope you are getting my point. Next. Okay, a rock band has 5 members. Their names are this is this. Instruments they are using this is this. Okay, each plays one instrument. Each member is from country's name and hair colors. Okay, so we have 4 different verticals: name, then instrument, then country, and their colors. Okay, so according to that we need to make our chart. So I just write down name, country, instrument, color, that is hair color, and negatives. Okay, so let's read the information, and whatever is the information available with us that we just mentioned in this table. So John's hair is red. So John and color red. Okay, he is not from Ireland or France. So negatives are Ireland and France. Then we have Andrew plays the drums. So it is Andrew and drums. Okay. His hair is not yellow and he's not from US. So yellow and US, we just take them as negatives. Okay. Paul and Simon have yellow and green hair, not necessarily in that order. Okay. Paul and Simon, we have yellow or green. So yellow, green, yellow, green. Then we have Mark plays guitar and he's from England. Okay, so that's good. That's Mark play guitar and country is England. Okay. So all the 5 persons' names we have already written over there. Now Paul and Simon are from France and US, not necessarily in that order. Paul and Simon, France and US, France and US. Okay. I'm sorry, just written at the wrong place. France, US, France, US. So actually this is this. Next is the Irishman has blonde hair and the Frenchman has green hair. Okay. So French, green, but we are not still not clear. The South African plays the bass and American plays the keyboard. One of them has yellow hair. Okay, let's go back then. See, from countries, we have England, France and US over here. And here Ireland cannot be there because we have put that in negatives. So the remaining country, the remaining is South Africa, so it should be South Africa. Okay, and this is Ireland. Now the Irish has blonde hair, so Irish, blonde, and South African plays bass, and now this must be black because red, blonde, yellow green, and that means it should be the remaining, that one should be black. And the last thing that we know is the American plays the keyboard. So and we are left with just 2 options, keyboard and flute. So keyboard, flute, keyboard, flute. So we are not very much clear with Paul and Simon. Okay. Now we take the question. Which country is Andrew from? Andrew from Ireland. Okay, simple. Which member of the band has black hair? Black, Mark. Okay, so that's also very simple. From which countries do the flute and bass player? come. Okay, bass player is clear, that is country South Africa. So South Africa, and we have two options for this, South Africa and South Africa. And the flute, see, now we know the keyboard player is from America, right? See, we have this keyboard and flute, but the keyboard is from America, that means flute is from France. Okay, so we have been asked for flute, so that is from France. So this is the correct option. Okay. Then if Simon plays the flute, which member of the band has yellow hair? Simon, flute. So over here, if we put up this flute, and we know the Frenchman has green hair, right? That means Simon must be having green hair, because flute and France combination is there, and France and green hair combination is there, right? That means yellow hair, Paul has yellow hair. Okay, so it's Paul. If Paul is French, what instrument does Simon play? So that's pretty simple. If Paul is French, Paul will play flute. Then in that case, Simone should be from US and she will play keyboard. Okay, she or he, whatever. So all these 5 questions can be done very easily once you make this table. Okay, so I hope that's clear to you. Now this set of questions. A certain family has 6 members. All of them watch television for exactly 1 hour starting from 6 to 12. Okay, name of programs have been given, channels and names of the persons. So, and some more information. So what we should do, first of all, we should make a table and fill up the information in the table. Okay, so I have 6 persons, so I just write name of the persons over here, then program, channel and slot. Okay, so slot, then program, and then channel and negatives. Okay, if there are any. Okay, and now we fill up the information. Ankush watches his favorite program on Geography channel starting at 9. So I just write the name Ankush. Okay, slot starting at 9, so it should be 9 to 10. His favorite program in Geography channel. Okay. And Skyscraper is not telecasted on either ZTV or Geography channel. So yeah, we have Skyscraper. Okay, Skyscraper. So that is negative on the Geography channel, and it follows the program on Doom, which is preceded by program on ZTV. Okay, then Kalpana watches Thompson. Okay, so I just write down the name. Kalpana watches Galaxy TV and program name is Thompson. Okay, so this one is done. Nisha watches Celeb Vibes on Doom. So I have Nisha, and we don't know the slot, Celeb Vibes on Doom. Okay. Vicky follows Ankush and watches Sahayata. Vicky follows Ankush and watches Sahayata. So the channel name is Sahayata. Sahayata, I guess, channel name. Yes. So it is Sahayata. And then Shilpa watches Shrubs. Shrubs is the name of the program. Okay. So I just write Shilpa and Shrubs. Now the 6th person we are left with is Vikas. And yeah, Kalpana watches Thompson on Galaxy TV just before turning off the television. That means Kalpana is watching television for 11 to 12. Okay, so this is the information that we have got so far. Then we have Vicky follows Ankush. Okay, so Vicky follows Ankush. That means if Ankush is 9 to 10, Vicky must be 10 to 11. Now important important information can be obtained from the statement. We have now 3 slots, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 and 8 to 9. Now Skyscraper is not telecasted on either ZTV or Geography channel. It follows a program on Doom which is preceded by the program on ZTV. That means the first one, 6 to 7, is ZTV. Then we have it follows a program on Doom. So here it should be Doom, and 7 to 8, and 8 to 9 it should be Skyscraper. This is program and these two are channels. So before Doom I can write 7 to 8. Now Skyscraper cannot be here and Skyscraper cannot be here, and here it is shrubs, so Skyscraper should be here. 8 to 9, then we are left with, okay, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, we are left with 6 to 7. So that should be ZTV, and the remaining is 10x. Now we don't have information about these two programs. Okay, so we are left with basically Stockholm Nights and Enemies. So maybe Enemies and Stockholm Night, and maybe Enemies and Stockholm Nights. Okay, now we go to the questions. Now which channel does Vikas watch? Vikas 8 to 9 10x. Okay, so that's simple. Then we have, which of these program is shown on Geography channel? So Geography, Enemies or Stockholm Night, so cannot be determined. Then which program is shown between 7 to 8, 7 to 8, the Celebs Vibes, so that's not there, so none of these. Which channel is watched between 10 and 11? 10 to 11 we have a Sahayata channel, so that's this. Which are the first two programs to be watched every day? That is 6 to 7 and 7 to 8. 6 to 7 Shrubs and 7 to 8 Celebs Vibes. Okay, so that is option 1. So all the questions can be answered very easily in just 1 minute. So I hope you are clear with this arrangement.